Welcome back to some Graviteam Tactics, Mius Front. And today we're going to be playing with the Croatian Legion. This is, of course, a very aggressive force, and we are on the Eastern Front. We aren't actually in Croatia, so they are, of course, out of their comfort zone, but still very capable soldiers. I was also really shocked by the size of some of these guns. I want to give you guys a look. Look at this bad boy. I mean, this is just a beast. This LEFH. Now, the thing here is we are on an offensive, so I am trying to get as many guns up here to the front lines as possible because they're probably not going to be coming with us. To be quite honest, they'll probably stay behind. But what we're going to do is take our Croatian Legion, and I'm going to create sort of different attack groups. So I'm going to take that group over there. I'm going to grab this group right here, send them right up the middle, as it were. Let me take a look. Actually, we'll take a look at the map view. So we have to attack this area here, but Popov is actually the only other objective point on the map. So what I might do is actually send one of my groups to go straight for Popov. In fact, we'll take these guys over here, and we shall put them right there. It looks like it's in the woods. Worst case scenario, if things don't work out with the men attacking Popov here, then we can always just take this area and then move north for the offensive. Well, here we go, folks. Wish us luck. The Soviets are definitely going to be ready for us. They're awaiting an attack before nightfall, of course. So I want to make sure to make things happen very fast. We're going to immediately advance. This is a full-on advance. We're not playing around here. Usually we would try to be a little more strategic with our approach, you know, go over here to the woods, etc. No, that's not going to happen here. We are simply going to advance. So let's do that. I'm also going to have these units advance right here. And then, of course, we want our Popov squad. It sounds weird to call them that. But what I'm going to do is, we might actually have to bring these guys back. So I'm just going to take Dukic. I'd rather take his whole squad, actually. It's a nice group of Croatian soldiers, and we are going to push them forward here. All right, folks. Wish us luck. Fingers crossed. The offensive commences. Glory to Croatia. It's brutal, but this is sort of kind of what I expected. I'll be honest, though. I think we're still going to have issues over here. I can see our men popping smoke here. I'm almost certain that we're going to have issues. Let's just hope that the group here, the Croatian group here, can hold the Soviets back. We've got plenty of machine guns. In fact, we've got a machine gun team. Let's just hope that these guys can, or machine gun squad, I should say. Let's hope they can keep the enemy at bay. I love this line of MGs we've got going, but of course they are being targeted pretty heavily. So we've got to be very quick here. It's good to see that some of our men are actually in the woods here trying to survive. I want to try and wipe the enemy out in this area, and look at that. I'm starting to see some makeshift trenches. We've got to head over there. I think we have to change our attack plan entirely. Let's take Faz group and go straight for an assault here. We will take Popov, no matter the cost. See how the boys are doing. Soviets were definitely ready for us, but I still think we're going to come out on top with casualties. As long as we can keep this offensive going, we've got to keep the momentum. If we lose the momentum for a second, you know what's going to happen. The Soviets will absolutely steamroll us into oblivion. We can't let that occur. I'm going to switch fire here with Kuchina, specifically. No, let me select Kuchina, just Kuchina. And let's focus on these units. I'm even going to change his, or turn his machine gun for him. Oh, never mind. Kuchina's just the commander. Okay, change of plans, change of plans. Let's grab this fellow here. And I'm going to have him target the enemy. I think the slope may make it kind of hard, but we're going to try anyway. Bei Russen kommen. Got that beautiful MP40. I'm not actually sure the sort of material that was given to the Croatian Legion, but I'm guessing they would have gotten some pretty decent stuff. I was assuming they would get hand-me-downs, but the Croatian Legion is sort of an elite force. So, yeah, it's possible that they would get MG42s, all sorts of interesting weaponry here, MP40s. Something that would usually go to a frontline Wehrmacht trooper. But these guys, you know, they are Wehrmacht troopers, simply not German Wehrmacht. I guess they are given some pretty okay stuff. Pretty typical gear, I guess you'd call it. We also have those huge guns. What about those? Let me go over there and Well, I think it's a bit too late now. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Man, it's a big battlefield. Okay, so we did remain here with a few of our units, and it looks like, sure enough, there might be some enemies over there in the woods. Pavlovich, keep your head on a swivel. And with these units, we're going to head right into the woods. What's going on here? Oh, we found a mortar team. Way behind the line. There's no way we're getting over there. Not for a while, anyway. Let's continue our push on Popov. Yeah, those mortars are going to be a problem. I'm not going to lie. They are going to be a problem. Thinking we can grab Kuchina now. We got to push. We got to go on the offensive. Let's go for it. Pushing Kuchina forward as well. And maybe, I don't know if it's possible. Is it possible for our guys to hit those mortars from here? We're going to try. And our other group has just arrived at the makeshift trenches. Forward, boys! Look at all these destroyed supply trucks in this area. Looks like a few destroyed guns, too. There we go! Yes! Love that fire support. For Croatia! I love our mortar softening up the area as our infantry moves in. This is how it has to be done. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below, guys, if you've made it this far in the video. Do you prefer when we focus on sort of like a third-person view close up like this? Or do you prefer when we're in the sort of grand strategy view like this? Tell me what you guys think. I always like to get some feedback on what you guys prefer when you're watching Graviteam Tactics, since this is a hell of a cinematic game. We are right on top of them. This is terrifying. Quite a large group over here. In fact, we'll get a closer look at that Soviet group. Look at this. And that's just what we can see. With all of this shrubbery, there's probably a lot more enemy in this area. And I mean a lot more. I'm actually thinking we should grab our entire group. Fa is heading over. He's just taking a while. I think we'll be okay. Look at those flashes. Man. We're going to put the hammer on them, guys. Going to come in over here, hopefully get a flank attack. Can't really call it a flank because we're approaching from the front, but also from the side. So maybe we can get this to work. Come on, boys. What you doing with your carabina, boy? Actually, is that... That might be a Gever. Sorry. Could be a Gever. I think it is a Gever. Like I said, these Croatians get some pretty decent stuff, man. I actually like that these guys are moving up kind of calmly. Because the enemy's gonna get that first hit from this group. They've been so good, by the way. Shock Force Croatia right here. And once these guys move through, we've still got those reinforcements following up. So we've just got to keep this going. I really want to try to get into that wooded area there. So I'm really going to push to go here. The reason being, if we get there, we would be behind the enemy. We'd also have some tree cover as we run into position. I just see that as like an obvious good choice. But this, my goodness, look at them. I told you there's more than we saw. So many of them. All right, we're going to have to stop those MGs. Yeah, Kuchina's force. Let's just have them fire. One of them's already getting set up. Yeah, sehr gut, sehr gut. Bro, come on, get it set up, boy. I have no idea what a Croatian accent sounds like, so I'm going with the German. Oh, yeah. Could be also that we just need to get a little closer to be able to even spot them. No, there we go. There we go. We got some effective machine gun fire going down range. What's this? What is that? Okay, one of our guys got hit way back here, man. It had to be one of the enemy mortars. There's no way that an MG hit us from that distance. I mean, it could have. Just, you know, pretty unlikely. All right, big group here. Keep your eyes open, boys. You guys gotta get out of these woods. Love the sound of those mortars, hopefully softening up the enemy position here at Popov. Look at all of the commissars they've got here, guys. So many officers, man. It would just be an absolute glorious day for the Wehrmacht if we can destroy this group, just because of the amount of officers here. There's so damn many. You boys just stop there. Just want to get them into the woods. That's it. That's all that matters. Those MGs are doing a great job at distance. Look at that, guys. Look at that stream of fire. Hopefully we knock down all of the Soviets with this. I want to see if they're taking cover or if they're just fine, kind of standing up. No, they are taking cover. It's just I'm kind of going around along the battlefield slowly just to get an idea. Almost everybody is down. Got to get that additional group in and just mop them up. I almost feel like we could get just a massive surrender on the Soviet side if we do this right. I know I said I was going to go into the woods, but I can't help myself. I'm going straight in for the charge. Let's do an attack. Straight up attack here. We're not pulling punches, folks. Und sein Befehl! Feuer! Feuerschutz! I love that one. They hit him right away, man. Good hit, boys. Not gonna let these guys shoot us from the flank. It's just not acceptable. Right, let's see how these boys are doing. These are the guys we just sent. Now I'm gonna do something a little different with them. Well, now that they're firing, let's let them do their thing. They can provide sort of cover fire for the men moving into position right now.
Zur Hölle!
Okay, look at this, man. I don't know how this occurred, but we started a damn brush fire with all the heavy machine guns. This is hopefully going to give us a little bit more of a chance at a total victory here. Look at this. Look at this. And, go, boys. The more we have here, the more certain victory is. Also wonder if it's like the entire group is Croatian or just the officers. Obviously here they're speaking German, but I'm anticipating that the developers didn't have time to get Croatian voice actors. It kind of makes sense. Good work, boys. This is where we need to be. Let's see what else we've got back here. Now that's the other part of the battlefield. Like I said, we still have a tremendous amount of reinforcements we can set into this fight. I might grab... I don't want to grab all that. But I might grab Zubovic. Maybe a few more of these mortars, and I'm going to send him over here as quickly as possible. The attack has commenced. Look at all of the infantry we've got at the edge of the woods here. Unfortunately, most of them are taking cover. We can see them, everybody with their head down. We need somebody to stand up. And look at that. Sure enough, enemies are offering a ceasefire. We are not going to accept that right now, especially not since we just got in a position here. I want to try to get that turkey shoot going, if that's even possible. Men, get up. Get up, damn it. Shoot him! Good shot, boys. We've still got Soviets in the water. Look at this. I've never seen this before. That's weird. Got a Soviet just kind of hanging out near us. We need some serious bravery here. Somebody needs to do something. What's this? Wow. We've got some prisoners. I told you we'd be taking some prisoners. Especially with this situation as is. They've also got some additional men over here. Man, over where Fa is in the woods. They are everywhere. Look at that. Fight to the death, boys. Still got that Soviet hanging out near us. I mean, this is such a vicious battle that the Soviet is in shell shock. Our men are in shell shock right there next to the enemy. It's seemingly impossible to even start attacking. Tunjic. Alright, it's good to see the officer at least firing his Luger here. I love it. Get that MP40. Keep that MP40 firing. Looks like some of our guys have gotten their courage. Well, I take that back. Maybe for a second. Look at that. Enemies targeting at us directly here with mortars. They just took out one of our MG gunners, but they're also firing on top of their own men. At this point, they're just trying to stop an encirclement. There we go, boys. It's looking wonderful. An encirclement is exactly what we want to make happen. Another officer right there. Get him. Oh, maybe. No, maybe don't go get him. You're going to get yourself killed. We're going to follow this young soldier.
Ik werde beschossen!
This is as close as you're going to get to jungle warfare in the Eastern Front, but just so much bloodshed happening there. Our guys don't even want to get near the woods, as you can see. They're firing into the woods. They know for sure there are Soviets in there. But if we want to be effective against that larger group, we need to make it into the forest. See how it's going? Look at that, pushing up even more, and it looks like now we're finally starting to take away quite a few of the enemies there. You can see that the numbers are dropping for sure, 100%. We've definitely dented their numbers a bit. Let's actually take a look and see if we can see some of the bodies on the battlefield. Yep, look at all that. Soviet dead, Soviet dead. A bunch of Soviets dead over here, all laid out on this area. It's looking beautiful. Another one down. I mean, ideally we take Popov, but thinking what's probably going to happen here is we're going to be happy with taking out a certain number of Soviet troops, and then we're going to go ahead and accept that ceasefire. Let's get back to our MGs. How are they doing? As you can see, it would be better if we got a little closer. We're still getting a decent stream of fire, but every now and again a round will kind of hit this area, since there's a very slight elevation here. Love it. I love it. Just need the MP40 guy firing as well, but we certainly are on the attack.
Beschuss! Deckung! Die Russen kommen!
Feuer! Feuer setzt!
Ich werde beschossen! MG-Feuer! Stellung!
There we go, and now we've got Fa actually behind the enemy. And I didn't actually do this myself. It almost feels like the AI did, because we just did force them to advance. But the commander took it upon himself to go over here and begin that encirclement. Man, that is so cool. Soviets lying all over the place. I don't want Fa to go down, though. He's been an amazing commander for this assault. Well, get that MG firing, for God's sakes, boy. As you can see, our men are not immune from that artillery. And it feels like both sides at this point, we're using our mortars are already, since the fighting is so close, we're essentially dropping that directly on top of our own men. You gotta do what you gotta do. Get those ammo carriers, Fa. Mein Gott, Fa finally went down. It was so brave, boys. So brave. I think Fa would have wanted us to continue. What do you guys think? I think he would have wanted us to continue the fight. Let's continue the fight. Now, Zubovic just arrived. Can we start targeting people with Zubovic, or do we have to get him closer? Zubovic has a mortar. Let me just get him over there to the edge. And the rest of our group, I think we can move them now. Be nice if we could also take that gun out. Any of these AT guns will help us in later operations. If we can kill them, of course, they're not going to be able to wipe out our Panzers. So I am going to focus on it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're not going to be using that gun again, I don't think. Even the commander of the weapon system himself is taking cover. Oh, man. So I love this. Our guys on the road actually firing. But we're taking shots from up here, from all those commissars. Just so many of them. I'm sure we must have killed many officers in this operation. But let's try to just grab these guys in the woods, and we're only going to focus on the commissars here, the officers. Just anybody that could cause us a problem in this area. Look at that. Already hit one. That was fast. There also seems to be a tremendous amount of mortars back here. So I think it would really help the offensive if we wipe out the mortars as well. We're going to move right in here, take out the mortars, hopefully get behind the enemy, and eventually push towards Bobov. Look at the road. Look at this road. Just the amount of dead soldiers, and of course, soldiers still fighting. Not a single one of them without some blood on him. That guy just yeeted himself over the body. Well done. Gotta love the Croatian yeets here. So it looks like they do have a command post. I would guess that's the main command post, this building right here. It's a little... well, look at that. We've actually already killed somebody inside the Daka from distance. So it's pretty much just a little Daka that we're trying to wipe out. But look at this. Tunic is right on top of Popov at this point. We're right there, guys. There's no point. There's no reason to stop. Tunic is throwing Stellhandgranate. He's going to do some close... Is he going to do some close combat? Yes, he is. Oh, my goodness. I think he might have been hit by some shrapnel. But this is close combat if you ever saw it. Yeah, I was I was really tempted to accept a ceasefire, but now it's like I feel like we're so close to the location, we can't. We just can't. We need to keep going. We need to push right on through and make it to Bobov. So at this point, we're going to just do a general attack. Actually, not yet. The reason I'm not going to do it yet is because we still have these mortars to worry about. But at some point, I'm going to order a general attack just on that location. Just grab everybody we've got in this sector and push it. I can see why that officer got killed in that Daka. By the way, it's because this MG is a perfect line of sight into, is it a veranda? That's what I call it, a veranda. Right there into the veranda. Looks like Fa is the commander still alive? I think the commander got killed much earlier, but some of the men in Fa's group are still alive. Get to cross, boys, get to cross. Some more prisoners? Has to be some more prisoners. Yup. Enemy retreats from battlefield. Even better. Even better, guys. They are going to leave Bobov to us, the glorious Croatians. I think our German overlords are going to be quite happy here at the performance we've achieved. Not bad at all. If you guys are watching this on live stream, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Don't forget that you can also super chat on a live stream. So if you want to throw a few ducats my way, it always helps. I'd also ask that any of you that are regulars here on the channel, make sure that you're following me on Twitch as well. Really trying to make that work, guys, and I need your help on it. I do. I need some viewers. I'm hoping to get a webcam soon and sort of change things up a bit on Twitch at least. But without you guys, it's just not going to be possible. I'm going to have to stop doing all of this, period. So I am asking for that assistance. Stop by, follow me there. You don't have to pay anything. Just, hey, if you got a chance to stop by a stream, stop by. Even if just to swing in and say hello, anything helps, guys. Look at that, man. We're going to get quite a few kills before the end of the battle. I'm just trying to focus on officers here. Like, if we could just wipe out the officers. I think the reason that they retreated from this battlefield isn't necessarily because they didn't think they could hold that location. It's because the officer loss here is so tremendous. When I saw all those flags, I was like, dude, that is... never seen that before. It's like 20 officers, maybe more. Look at that. It's almost like we fell across an officer's school over here near Bobov, where the Soviets were training, and took them away from their studies temporarily. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Good shooting, good shooting. Let's see. Hell of a guy outrunning all these shots, though. Even up there, still... enemy officers still having some trouble. This is, of course, the Mortar squad officers, I believe. It's good to see that our boys still have them in their line of sight. But until the very end of the fight, we've got rounds incoming from the Soviets. They're doing anything they can to reduce our numbers here. What a fight, man. I love these infantry battles, and I don't know if it's just me, but I'm usually, like, a much bigger fan of the infantry battles in this game than I am of, like, the protracted tank battles, etc. I don't know what it is about this. I think it's the scale that amazes me. And, you know, on this battlefield, we have, like, several hundred men. And you could imagine that, you know, battles during World War II or just standard engagements could number in the thousands in a similar situation. So we would just have an entire wave of men over here. Like, maybe this entire area filled up. This entire area filled up with Soviets. It's just incredible to imagine an operation like this. So I really think these Croatians are badass. Did we take some more prisoners? I believe we did. So we took out an officer there. Ryabin Vasilic. Nice. Supposed to be a prisoner. I don't think any of the prisoners made it out of there. thanks to this machine gunner. Yeah, the Croatians are not known for their kindness in World War II. That's a total victory. I'd expect nothing less. Look at the casualties on the enemy side. 38 killed, 209 heavily wounded. I'd be amazed if we don't get an achievement here. Probably already unlocked several achievements anyway, but that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and of course, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe.